Hwa Chong students, I'm Mr. Tan. So in the last video, right, I've shifted both the demand curve and the supply curve to the right. We have basically increased both demand and supply. So in this next video, right, we'll explore the opposite scenario. What happens to the price and quantity when both the demand and supply decreases? So just as what we have done for the previous video, you draw an upward sloping demand curve, upward sloping supply curve, sorry, and a downward sloping demand curve. You note the equilibrium Q naught, and the equilibrium price P naught. Okay, do this first before you shift any curve. So now we are going to shift both curves to the left. That's what we mean when we say that the demand and supply decrease. So since the last video, I shifted the demand curve first. So in this video, I'm going to shift the supply curve here for the sake of variety. So we'll shift supply to the left. This is the decrease in supply from S0 to S1. You can again see, right, because the demand curve is upward sloping, when you shift supply curve to the left, price can increase. Price can only increase, the quantity would actually decrease. Okay, you'll see a fall in quantity from Q naught this direction. So again, because the demand curve is downward sloping, the P and Q, when you shift the supply curve, right, the price and quantity must always change in opposite direction. So in this case, if the price goes up, given by the arrow, the quantity must go down. Now, when you shift demand curve to the left, what happens? So let me take note again of this particular point again. Let me call this again point X. When you start to decrease the demand curve, when you start to shift demand to the left, have you realized that because the supply curve is upward sloping, when you shift demand to the left, right, price must fall. Okay, price must fall by the direction of the arrow, and you also get a further fall in quantity. So again, because the supply curve is upward sloping, right? Every time the demand shift, if the price and the quantity, they must change in the same direction. So in this case, you can see that the price falls when you shift demand to the left, the quantity must also fall. So this tells you that when you shift both curves to the left, when both the demand and supply decrease, quantity must fall. No way for quantity to be higher. But what about the price? So just like the last video, right? Okay, so when you shift the demand curve to the left, depending on how much you shift to the left, right, you can get the final price to either be higher, be the same, or be lower. So if you want it to be the same, right, as P naught, you just need to shift demand curve up to cut the new supply curve at point X. But let us try now to let me try to demonstrate to you what do you need to do, right, in order to get the final price to be lower. Okay, so what you do is this: you will shift demand curve to the left beyond the point X. So let me call this D1. So if the demand falls in such a way that you are shifting from D0 to D1, right? Can you see that for sure the price will fall to from P0 to P1? The final quantity is also lower as expected from Q0 all the way to Q1. So again, from the last video, you can tell that what if I want the final price to be higher? Then make sure you shift the demand curve to the left in such a way that it doesn't go past point X. Then you can guarantee the final price is higher. Okay, so you can practice at home, practice in the classroom, and check with your tutors. Thank you.